Yo, what is going on? Because this just got a whole lot more intense. Offset is out of that hospital bed, he is talking, and from what people close to him are saying, he is not letting this go. Not even a little bit. We are talking about a man who just got shot outside one of the most famous casinos in the country, watched his shooter walk out of jail on a $500 bond, and then had to sit in a hospital room and watch Lil TJ come out on camera talking reckless while the whole internet ran with it. You think that man is just gonna go home and be quiet? No chance. Stay locked in because this video is going to break down everything. The live confrontation, what sources close to Offset are saying behind the scenes, and why the situation is about to get a whole lot messier before it gets better. Alright, so let's just quickly recap where we are because context is everything here. Monday night, April the 6th, Offset gets shot in the valet area outside the Seminole Hard Rock Hotel and Casino in Hollywood, Florida. Lil TJ gets arrested at the scene on a disorderly conduct charge, bonds out the next day for $500, and then walks straight out of Broward County Jail directly into a camera. And what does he do? He performs. He is out there on that pavement talking about Offset being a rat, implying he got what he deserved, and basically putting on a show for the blogs while Offset is still in a hospital bed being monitored. Now, if you are Offset and you are lying there watching all of this play out on your phone, because you know he was watching, how do you feel? This is not just about getting shot anymore. This is about disrespect on top of injury. This is someone using your worst moment as content. And from everything we are hearing from people in Offset's circle, that is exactly what lit the fuse. So here is where it gets really interesting. Word started spreading fast that Offset went live. And not just any live, a live where he was clearly looking to address Lil TJ directly. Now this is the kind of move that tells you everything about someone's headspace. Most people come out of a shooting and they are quiet. They let the lawyers talk, they let the blogs run, but Offset, he went straight to his phone. And look, this tracks with who Offset is as a person. This is not a guy who has ever been known for walking away from conflict. This is someone who has been in the game for over a decade, who built Migos from the ground up in Gwinnett County, who has seen real adversity, and when he feels disrespected, he comes forward, not backward. So the idea that he would sit in silence while Lil TJ is out here on camera running his mouth, that was never going to happen. On that live, Offset made it very clear that he knows exactly what went down in that valet lane. He was not vague, he was not cryptic. He spoke with the energy of a man who has already processed what happened and has moved straight into what comes next. And what comes next, based on everything being said around him right now, is his get back. Now this is the part that I really need you to pay attention to, because beyond what Offset said on that live, people who are close to him, people in his actual circle, are talking. And what they are saying is that Offset is not approaching this situation the way you might expect. He is not broken. He is not scared. He is focused. And the word being used by people around him is get back. Now, get back in hip hop means exactly what you think it means. It is not necessarily about violence. It is about making sure that the person who came at you understands that there are consequences. It is about restoring respect. It is about making sure the streets, the blogs, the fans, everyone watching knows that you did not just absorb this and move on quietly. Offset is a man with a reputation that spans over a decade in one of the most competitive environments in music. He is not just going to let Lil TJ be the guy who shot him and walked away smiling. And here is what makes this even more loaded. The people around Offset know about the $890,000 gambling debt. They know about the Selena Powell situation. They know about Des Bryant and Ebro. They know that the internet has been using this moment to paint Offset as someone who is down bad, someone who is financially reckless, someone who is easy to take advantage of. And that narrative, more than anything, is what is fueling him right now.
Hey, what's up, y'all? It's the Rich Entertainment. It's Baby Blue. Y'all already know we on air. So Offset got shot last night, man, at the casino, man, at the Hollywood Casino, man. Him and rapper Lil TJ had an altercation, and y'all know it's allegedly that Offset owed the Lil TJ $10,000. You feel me? He been talking about that for like the last year. You feel me? So Offset got shot last night, man, and Lil TJ got arrested, but TJ got out today. You know, his pictures floating around of Offset outside the hospital smoking on a cigarette and stuff, man, looking like he's stressed out and stuff, man, on the gambling problem, man. That junk is addiction, man. You feel me? Anytime if I ever go to the casino, I go just to have fun. You feel me? But you can't spend your life in there. You feel me? Or your life savings. You feel me? Because the casino be breaking people. You feel me? You have people losing their houses, family, all that. You know, and that was stuff going on with him and Cardi B saying when Cardi B was saying that he was always in the casino, but man,
Now let's talk about Lil TJ's side of this because it matters. His legal team is still maintaining that he was not charged with the shooting itself. The charge is disorderly conduct. His lawyer Don Florio has been very deliberate about keeping that line clear, that Lil TJ was involved in a fight but that no weapon has been attributed to him by law enforcement, and technically that is accurate. Police confirm they are still investigating who actually fired the shot. But here's the thing, Lil TJ is not exactly helping himself. When you walk out of jail and immediately start talking on camera, implying someone deserved to get shot, calling them a rat, that is not the behavior of someone who is keeping a low profile for legal reasons. That is someone who thinks they have won this round. That is someone who is playing to their audience on the internet. And that kind of overconfidence is exactly the thing that tends to escalate situations like this rather than cool them down.
It's Offset. Offset broke. Oh yeah, I'm gonna tell y'all the stream too. That broke. That pop. I'll tell y'all a true story. I ain't got nothing to do with that shit casino. He was pop. He was panicking. He was asking random people for cash apps. He was broke. I don't know what happened. Nobody was answering his phone call. He popped, trying to run up, chasing. Must got a gambling addiction. And the says, yo, he just popped. He calling for cash apps in front of me. I ain't gonna lie to you. The first 5 I offered, I'm like, yo, you pop. You waiting for some bread? Waiting for my money. I swung that 5. You know how I get. He gets popped. Not us two dicing each other. He gets popped straight to the casino. Goes not. He get another loan from somebody else for like 2 bands. I don't even take my loan. I'm like, that's Offset. I'm good on my money. I'm worried about this. I got mad, bro. I definitely run off for 5 bands. He pops for the next band. He get 2 bands. He get a band from a random lady. I swear to God, I don't know who the she was. He's like, yo, thanks, ma. He pops that. Throw another 5. So I see like 13 bands in loans. I don't know who got paid back that day. You feel me?
Lil TJ is 24 years old. He has been through his own serious situation before. He was shot multiple times back in 2021 and genuinely almost did not make it. So he knows what it feels like to be on the other side of this. But knowing that and still choosing to come out of jail talking the way he talked, that is a choice. And Offset has seen it. Everyone has seen it. And look, before we get to what happens next, there is one more layer to this story that deserves its own conversation, because all roads keep leading back to the same place, that casino. Text messages leaked between Offset and his Hard Rock host showing he was down $890,000 in a single trip, nearly $1 million, and instead of walking away, he was asking for more credit, trying to get another $500,000 to keep playing. That is not just a bad night. That is a pattern. And then you have the casino reportedly sending him a private jet to go visit his family in Atlanta, which sounds generous until you think about it for 2 seconds. Casinos do not send jets out of kindness. They send jets to make sure their best customers come back. They are not doing him a favor. They are making sure the guy who loses $890,000 in a trip does not go find somewhere else to lose his money. That is business. And Offset apparently kept coming back. Des Bryant reached out 3 hours before the shooting trying to get Offset on a money play. Offset called him. Des turned it down. A few hours later, Offset is in a hospital bed. You cannot write a story like that. So here's where everything stands right now. Offset is out of hospital, he is vocal, and according to people close to him, he is absolutely looking for his get back. Lil TJ is out on bond, his legal team is drawing a line between the fight and the shooting, but he himself cannot seem to stop talking. Police still have an open investigation into who actually fired that weapon, and the whole story of Offset's gambling situation, the debts, the loans, the casino jet, is now out in the open for the entire internet to pick apart. This is one of those situations where every single update matters, because we are nowhere near the end of this. Drop your thoughts in the comments. Do you think Offset is going to let this slide, or is he coming back with everything he has got? Subscribe if you are new, because we are going to be covering every development as it happens. See you in the next one.